Hey, okay, this whole video will be about Lizzie Borden, who a lot of people believe she actually murdered her parents with an axe. So that's, I guess, an interesting story. It was set in the 1800s, and, we'll just see what you think about it. See if you actually think she was the one that did it, because there were a lot of people that a lot of other people think did it. So, here we go. Okay, so Lizzie was born July 19th, 1860 in Fall River, Massachusetts, and oh my gosh, it took me so long to figure out how to spell Massachusetts. I even had to Google it. Okay, so anyway, let's just avoid my idiocy, and Fall River, Massachusetts. Lizzie's mother died in 1862, 3 years after her father remarried when Lizzie was 5. Lizzie lived with the maid, her father, stepmother, and older sister, Emma Borden. Lizzie grew up with these people, and later in her life, she was really well known in her town as a very charitable and kind of nice girl stereotype, I guess. Her father was very wealthy and rich. He was a businessman. He was a millionaire in today's money, of course. But he was pretty much a cheapskate. He didn't live a lavish life with his wife and kids, even though he could have. He was almost reluctant to spend money on non-business related purchases. Because of this, Lizzie and her sister Emma Borden were somewhat mad at him and her stepmother with him, so they both wanted to live the lavish life and didn't like that they couldn't. Lizzie often fought with her father because of this. So, now how the murders happened. In the morning of August 8th, 1893, Andrew Borden went out into town for business reasons. That left Lizzie's stepmother, the maid, Bridget Sullivan, and Lizzie, who was 32 years old at that time. Lizzie's sister, Emma Borden, was out of the house visiting someone. When Mr. Borden got back, he took a nap on the couch. According to what Lizzie said, she supposedly saw her father dead on the couch around 11:15 a.m. There were marks found on his head that showed that he was hit in the head with a sharp object multiple times. Meanwhile, upstairs, his wife was found dead, even more beat up than Andrew Borden was. The bodies were examined, and it showed that Mrs. Borden was killed around an hour before her husband was. Also, Lizzie attempted to buy prussic acid around 5 days before the murders. She, of course, failed in getting it. She was also supposedly seen burning her dress in a stove. I'll let you do what you want with that information, but it seems a bit suspicious. Another potential suspect is Bridget Sullivan, the maid. She was seen holding a vague-looking package and taking it out of their house. A lot of people think that while investigating the house, they found the murder weapon in the basement. It was an axe. The axe head looked a lot like the marks that were in both of the victims' heads. Later, in June of 1993, Lizzie was tried for murder of her parents and arrested, although she was later not found guilty because of certain evidence that I actually couldn't find anywhere. I don't know how, but I looked everywhere, it just didn't show up. However, other people in her town excluded her from the town and kind of put her aside. She stayed in Fall River until she died in 1927. That was the brief story of what happened to Lizzie Borden and everything that went on. I do believe that Lizzie did it. She had a lot of reasons to and was really suspicious of the day leading up to it and after. So go ahead and say what you want, and I'll see. I am almost 100% it was her, and so is a lot of people. A lot of people think that was her. But I don't know what the certain evidence that made it so she, didn't get arrested or didn't stay there was. So that could be probably is a really important part of it. So say what you want, and I guess that, we'll leave it here. So goodbye. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Have a happy evening, happy life, happy morning. Goodbye.